Hello, just wanting to come on for a few minutes and see how everybody's doing today. And I took yesterday and was doing some thinking, and I was out and about on the farm looking around. And this is something I've had on my mind for a while, but um, I was kind of going to come on here and see what anybody thought about this. And I've spoken with my attorney about this a couple of different times. And today we spoke about it a little bit more in depth. But I've been seeing a lot of videos where people are actually fleeing the country and just don't want to live here anymore. I guess for whatever reasons it may be, that they can't get a job that they want to get, or cheaper living, or whatever it is to be. But I've seen several videos where there are a lot of people that's just flat out going somewhere else to live. And the thing I want to say about that is be very careful about where you go, because even though it might be in aspects more affordable, make sure it's a place as free as what we got. This is probably, as you know, anybody would know, this is the freest country in the world. That's why people are mass drove coming here to live. And we had 20 some million people come to our country because this is the last free spot in the world to live. And I've been to a lot of other countries, and I'm gonna tell you, some of the places these people are talking about going, not very good ideas. I mean, when you're talking about going, Bosnia and some of these really, really far off places, be very careful and wary about, and do a lot of homework before you leave. Because once you leave here, if you ever denounce this citizenship, there ain't no coming back. And if you do, it's going to take a long time, especially in the place we're in right now. But what the video is about is using part of my property to maybe do some sort of short-term living to possibly longer-term living. And what I mean by short-term living is if you have a camper or something that you live in, places for, people to park that will not be asked to move or made move, that you will have some conveniences that will be there. I'm checking into some things about maybe putting a place in that would have a common area of laundry, and you have your own sewer and electric, something sort of like maybe a RV park of some, but a little different, for a little long-term or stay, instead of something that's just you're going to be there for a week and maybe go somewhere else, which you could leave whenever you wanted. But this is going to be more of a place where you can live for long-term situations if you so wanted to. And if you wanted to leave and reserve your spot till you come back, I'm kind of mixing up some ideas and seeing what would be good for everyone and for myself, because this would be kind of off from where I live, not really far, but far enough away to where you wouldn't be directly on my property adjacent to where my home is, but it would be a good access place for all kinds of vehicles, to where it's not, you don't have to have a four-wheel drive vehicle to get to where you're wanting to go. In other words, and come up with some ways to be able to afford to pay someone to keep it mown and keep things to looking good, to where it doesn't cost me a bunch of money, and keeps things relatively cheap. That's what I'm trying to stay with, is keep it to where things are affordable. for you to stay, and not just be another place that costs you hundreds and hundreds or thousands a month to live someplace, and be able to make sure it's kept clean. That'll be with the people that's staying, but kept clean free of any kind of debris that are dangerous or harmful to anyone. Just good living conditions that most people would want to have, I would think, and have access to coming and going as you will, but having a place that's considered safe to stay at night and in the day. And I'm kind of just really putting my foot in the water right now to see what I can come up with. But I think it'd be a good option for people out here that's really living out of their vehicles or out of a van or maybe in a RV or whatever it is. But to have places where you can do laundry, where you can do take a shower, where and have restrooms if you don't have one in your own personal camper, or if you're in a vehicle or a van or whatever and you don't have that access to that. And I'm just kind of looking at things like that because I think it'd be something that would be very well taken. I see them on here all the time, people looking for places to stay either all night or maybe places to stay for a while. Just kind of rolling around, see what kind of response I can get from people. Relative, this is a new channel, so it's probably not going to be seen by as many people as I would like for it to be seen. But if you watch this and if you know somebody, send it to them. Send it to them, and you don't have to like it. You don't have to subscribe to it. You can just share it to someone. Send it to someone that might like this, that might want to think about this. And where I'm located is in central Kentucky. So you're right off of two main interstates. You're about 4 miles off of I-75, and you're about 2.5 miles off of I-64. So either 4 ways you can go: east, west, north, south, anywhere you want, up the East Coast, to the top, to Michigan, to Florida, to the East Coast, and almost to the West Coast, to where 64 runs into many other places. You're about 60 minutes east of Louisville, Kentucky. And yes, it's Louisville, Kentucky, but if you say Louisville or Louisville, you're going to be corrected 1,000 times here. And you'll be about 12 miles out of Lexington, which there's several hundreds of thousands of people there, and just about any place you can think of to eat or do anything is there. And then you're about 70 miles south of Cincinnati. So it's not that far away from a lot of larger cities. And you're about 2.5 hours from Knoxville. So just kind of rolling it around, seeing if anybody would be interested in anything like this. If I can get enough people interested to where it would be okay to do this, I'm not trying to turn profits on this. I just want it to pay for itself. That's all. And pay for the things that we have there and keep them up to date and going as well. And if I can do that for this, I don't mind. I don't mind a bit. But we will have things that we will have to go through, and legal procedures and things of that nature to pursue in this, as you do everything. So anyway, if you see this and it's something you're thinking about, or maybe you're thinking about leaving the country and going someplace, this might change your mind. And one thing, there's a lot of really decent jobs around here. In fact, Toyota manufacturing is one of the largest manufacturing plants there is in the world here. They employ right now about 14,000. I think they're looking to put on another couple of thousand when this new plant opens up next year. And they're always hiring. and there's a bunch of affiliates. There's hospitals. There are many places here. I don't think there's many people looking for jobs here. Gas is still about $3.25, $3.26, I think, a gallon today for regular gas, and diesel is $4 something, I think. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention. But anyway, I'll revise that in another video. But anyway, if you get anything out of this, or you know anybody that's looking for maybe a place like this, share it with somebody. That's the only way it's going to be known, is to be shared. And if I don't get enough people to really do it, I'm going to push this on down the line in a few other places and see where it comes out at. We have enough places and enough people will be interested in doing something of this nature. And we'll come up with prices and the affordability of it, and probably the next 2 or 3 weeks, something like that, that I can kind of share with people what it would be more in that area. But it would be a whole lot cheaper than your regular campgrounds or your regular other places to stay, because we're doing this as a non-profit, and as long as it pays for itself. And so I've got about 65 acres that I can put forth to this, that is very accessible and easy to get into and out. That would be very nice for this. And it's not so far out of town. It's only about 6 miles out of town in either direction, east or west. So actually the state capital is only about 6 miles west of me. So anyway, thanks a lot. And if you can share it, I really appreciate it. And hope everybody's having a blessed day. Take care, and check out for another video coming up that will have more information about this. Thanks. Have a good evening.